Hi everyone. So this is the third video in the cloud security playlist. Hyperjacking. Okay. So hyperjacking in cloud computing, the invisible threat beneath virtual machines. So imagine we are in a skyscraper filled with apartments, that is virtual machines. The building's foundation, that is the hypervisor, supports and controls everything above. Now imagine a hacker secretly taking control of the foundation. So they can spy on or manipulate every apartment without being seen. So that's hyperjacking. A cyber attack where the hypervisor, the heart of virtualization, is hijacked. It's invisible, powerful, and almost impossible to detect once inside. So what is hyperjacking? In the virtual world, the hypervisor is like a digital landlord. So it managed all tenants, that is virtual machines, deciding who gets CPU time, memory, and access. Hyperjacking happens when attackers either install a rug hypervisor or take over the existing one. Once they are in control, they can silently monitor or modify anything happening inside the VM. Security software inside the VM can't detect it because it's running above, not below the threat. So it's like a hacker secretly building a basement under a house, controlling water, power, and cameras, while the family upstairs has no idea. So it's an example for that. And the next slide is the why hyperjacking is so dangerous. So hyperjacking is terrifying because it attacks the core of trust in virtualization. Single point of control. So if the hypervisor falls, every VM above it is compromised and total access. Attackers can steal data, manipulate configurations, or even delete the virtual machines. Invisible operations. Traditional security tools can't see below the OS, so the attacker is practically a ghost. So in March 2025, a series of hypervisor attacks targeting VMware ESXi and Zen systems forced emergency patches globally, highlighting how deep and silent these threats can go. So how hyperjacking works is attack vectors. So think of the hypervisor as a powerful central nervous system. Here is how attackers hijack it. Rug hypervisor injection. A fake hypervisor is slipped under the real one, quietly intercepting all activity. Direct takeover using stolen admin credentials or privileged escalation. Next one is the counterfeit overlay. A fake hypervisor runs above the real one, showing fake normal screens to admins. Vulnerability exploitation. So attackers exploit known bugs like we know to gain entry. So in a recent case, year 2024, researchers found a hyper escape exploit in ESXi that allowed attackers to inject malicious code directly into the hypervisor memory, bypassing all guest level protections. So real world hyperjacking incidents in 2015, Venom vulnerability. So a bug in QEMU allowed VM escape, one of the earliest hypervisor breach warnings. Year 2022 ESXi espionage campaign. So mandate discovered APT groups deploying hidden hypervisors on VMware servers to spy on governments and finance sectors. Year 2025 global VMware patches. Here, emergency updates were issued for actively exploited hypervisor flaws affecting cloud giants like AWS Outpost and private data centers. So, in what started as theory is now reality. So, hyperjacking is no longer rare; it's part of modern cyberware. So signs our hypervisor might be compromised. So hyperjacking hides in plain sight, but subtle clues give it away. For example, performance anomalies. So VMs suddenly slow down or crash for no reason. Resource irregularities, CPU and RAM spikes with no visible workload. Log manipulation, so missing or tampered audit logs. Unauthorized access, unknown admin sessions or shadow users appearing in hypervisor dashboards. Potential risks of hyperjacking. So if an attacker controls the hypervisor, the domino effect is devastating. Data compromise, every VM files, keys, and transactions are exposed. Service disruption. Entire workloads can be shut down. Persistent surveillance. Attackers can spy indefinitely. In business impact, regulatory fines, customer loss, and reputation collapse. In early 2025, a Middle Eastern cloud data center suffered a hyperjacking based ransomware attack that froze around 4,000 plus VMs, leading to a 72-hour shutdown and millions in damages. Mitigation strategies that defending the hypervisor. So defending against hypervisor is like guarding a castle from inside the walls. So for that you're using access control. So only trusted admins with role-based control and least privilege can access. Strong authentication. Enforce MFA for hypervisor logins. Regular patching. Don't delay critical updates. Hypervisor patches often close major exploits. Network isolation. Keep management traffic separate using dedicated VLANs. And in terms of VM separation, never manage hypervisors from within guest VMs. And in terms of continuous monitoring, use AI-based monitoring to detect low-level anomalies. Emerging security tools and best practices. So the cybersecurity world is fighting back with the smarter tools. So identify and access management, it track admin sessions and unusual privilege escalations. Hardened configurations use trusted platform modules and secure boot to verify hypervisor integrity. Automated scanning, AI-based vulnerability scans at hypervisor level. Threat intelligence sharing. Cloud providers like AWS Shield and Google mandate now share live threat data on new hyperjacking attempts. So the Cloud Security Alliance released CSA. So released the 2025 hypervisor security framework adopted by companies like NVIDIA Cloud and IBM Cloud Satellite for in virtual infrastructure hardening. So hyperjacking is real, vigilance is vital. Hyperjacking isn't a someday threat. It's happening now. So when the hypervisor falls, the entire cloud collapses above it. That's why every organization must stay updated with patches and threat intel and continuously monitor infrastructure and adopt a zero trust mindset. Never assume the foundation is safe. So just like airport pilots rely on trusted ground control, cloud systems depend on trusted hypervisors. So hypervisors are present in between the guest OS and host OS. So protect the base and everything above it says safe. VMware and AWS jointly launched a secure hypervisor alliance to develop AI-based verification of hypervisor integrity, marking a new phase of defense against invisible cloud-level threats. Thank you for patient listening.